Hey guys, you're with DJ Eden, and I am completely and utterly exhausted, so excuse me for that, but thank you very much for coming and checking this out. It's not even that late. I'm just like, duh, totally. I'm mentally done for the day. I've been looking at notes for a presentation that I'm giving tomorrow. I'm presenting to two different high school groups. And so if you're from one of those groups and you're checking this out, thank you very much for coming and checking it out and for being such awesome listeners. I'm not even there yet, but I'm sure that you guys are going to be totally awesome. You always are. So, I've also been staring at a computer screen because I've been going through the process of monetizing my videos, and I wanted to tell you why. Not because I owe anybody that explanation, but I really hummed and hawed about doing this for a while because I, got the emails about, oh, your video's popular enough, blah, blah, blah. And I just wasn't sure that I wanted to place ads and have any commercial aspect to what I'm talking about, but there's been some stuff going on lately that really prompted me to do it. And Bethesda Centre in London, you may or may not have heard of, I guess depending on where you're watching this from, but it got a little bit of media attention recently. Justin Bieber's mother stayed there when she was younger. It's a home for teenage moms, and so she made use of Bethesda Centre, obviously some time ago now, but it got media attention because they were talking about closing it, and they had to raise $1.5 million to keep the doors open, and they were able to raise $400,000, and that's obviously a big shortfall of $1.5 million. So Justin Bieber at a certain point stepped in and said, I'll contribute sales from my single. And so when I heard that, it was like, oh, Justin Bieber saves the day. Here's this uber wealthy guy, and he's connected to the issue, so obviously he feels compelled to do something about it, and problem solved. That's it. So I didn't really think any more about it until I read an article, and this article was just published in the last few days, and I will post it below when I have a chance, which probably won't be until tomorrow or possibly Tuesday, but this article basically disclosed that Bethesda is going to be closed. So I was really upset by that even with the commitment from Justin Bieber that they still have to close their doors, and in fact they're going to be closed by the end of the month. So the mothers that are staying there now with their children are going to have to find somewhere else to go. And all of the people who have been helped by Bethesda, I'm sure, are also really shocked and upset by this. I cannot begin to describe to you how important these centers are. I think that there has been a movement of people recently saying that teenage pregnancy is, the numbers are going down. They want to focus on what a great thing that is, that the numbers seem to be declining. And I just want to make it very clear that whether or not the numbers are going up or down, there are still people in so much need that we can't start ignoring these centers and the need for them. And if you watch my 16 and pregnant my story video, you'll, I think, understand why I feel that these centers are important. But if as a community and as a society we're going to say that we don't want to tolerate or deal with social problems, we don't want them to exist in our communities and in our society, then we have to start putting our money where our mouth is and supporting need where it is greatest. And teenage mothers and their children are absolutely in need. I'm sorry, it's really hard to talk about this without getting emotionally involved in it, but I know from firsthand experience, even though I was extremely fortunate in so many ways, I know that I've gone through just the absolute depths of misery and poverty and horrible isolation, and that there are so many challenges that young women and their children face, and they cannot do it alone, and they shouldn't have to do it alone. I know that we're so afraid of endorsing teenage pregnancy or premarital sex and these sorts of things that we find it really difficult to talk about, but young parents who are having kids need a great deal of help and support to educate themselves and to educate their kids. And these children will have challenges their lifelong. It honestly, I'm not trying to say anything negative about the parenting skills of teenagers or that it doesn't improve and get better over time, but there are a lot of challenges, and I know a lot about that. I feel comfortable enough saying that because I know a lot about it, and I know a lot about the challenges that a child will face in their life when they're brought into the world by a teenage parent. It's just inherent in the situation. So we've got to have centers like Bethesda, and so I've been going through this process of monetizing my videos, just to get back to that, because I think that what I would like to do is take a portion of whatever money comes from that and start to donate that to various shelters, centers, and services in southwestern Ontario, which is my region. So I'm going to focus there. And if you have any ideas, I've started doing my own research already to compile a list of those centers. But if you have any ideas, please offer them, comment below, message me directly. But I've had a dream for a long time of starting my own initiative, of having my own center someday to support young mothers, just to give them the education that they need and deserve, and to ensure that their children's lives are wonderful and healthy and happy, and that we can start really building a stronger society by offering that kind of support. And so anyway, that's what I'm going to do, and I'll talk about that more as time goes by on my blog, which is always posted below, but I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about it here in this now 8-minute long video. I know that's too long, but thanks for toughing it out, and check me out in all the various places that I am. And wish me luck on my talks tomorrow, and I'll touch base with you again real soon.